What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. I'm super excited to get into another awesome soccer reaction. We're going to be checking out the forgotten legend who sacrificed his legacy to save his country. Shout out to our boy Raymar Football. The link to this video is going to be in the description down below, so if you guys are interested in watching it without me, make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. I'm going to be posting a lot more frequently. I just took a little bit of a break, but I'm back and I'm going to be posting hopefully every single day or at least multiple times a week. So if you guys have any videos you want me to watch, make sure you put it down in the comment section and I'll definitely check them out and I'll give you a shout out in the video that I react to. So if you suggest a video, I'll go ahead and put your name on the screen and put a screenshot of your comment so that you guys can see that I picked your video specifically. But other than that, I'm super excited to get into this thing and learn more about football. Let's go.
When people think of Argentina and the World Cup,
Argentina,
for many decades,
I think
it's
Messi.
the image of Diego Maradona.
Oh yeah, Maradona. I heard about him.
Savior for his incredibly iconic 1986 World Cup campaign. But just last year, Lionel Messi had finally been able to do the same.
Put it down a little bit.
Once again, bringing Argentina to the peak of world football and bringing long-awaited
Messi.
country. But if you look,
I remember I started this channel because of the World Cup.
Messi's win in 2022 was in fact the third World Cup win for Argentina.
Oh, they won 3 World
Cups.
Cups?
Or more casual football fans, it's actually a
common
misconception that Maradona was the first who brought the title of world champions to his country. But the truth is, there was in fact another who did it 8 years before. A man who was the original hero of his nation, and no exaggeration, single-handedly carried his country to the top. A man who
had the Messi before Messi?
prolific goal scoring would have given the Netherlands their very first World Cup title.
Oh wow.
This largely forgotten Argentinian legend was named no other than Mario Kempes.
Mario
The only
Kempes.
Argentinian in World Cup history to be named champion, top scorer, and best player in the same World Cup. Something not even.
Wow, those guys used to
Maradona
wear
or Messi
shorts,
were able
booty
to do.
shorts.
But football history can be quite cruel at times.
I wonder what
Especially
years this
the
was.
greatest legends of the game in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, the 70s and 80s.
Despite his legendary
Raymar's right on time.
The world has largely forgotten Mario Kempes. So to take a closer look at a story,
I'm excited to learn.
all the way back to the 1970s.
Guys, what is a football player from back in that era that you guys really like that I should check out? I feel like I really don't really know any of the history of soccer, football. I feel like I don't know the history. So if you guys find any videos that like take you through the history of like from the beginning all the way to now, dude, I think that would be awesome videos to react to and watch, because I just like know a little bit here and there about specific players, but I don't know any of the history behind it. So I think that would be really good.
While growing up, Mario Kempes' father was also a footballer. However, he was never really good enough to make it to the top level. And you could say it was a good and bad thing.
When you have a dad that's like
Mario inherited his father's love and passion.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The downside, if you weren't at the absolute top division, footballers were paid incredibly poorly.
Damn, that's true. Back in the day,
Mario's father had a very difficult time
not getting those millions.
supporting his family. So much to the extent that the young Kempes had to get a part-time job during his younger teenage years. Because back then, especially in Argentina, the football business was not as close to what it is.
I do not do a podcast.
We got ads.
I don't do anything without using.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Today, poverty loomed and football was a fantasy dream.
Dude, back then, imagine the players back then that they were literally getting paid like minimum wage to be like super great, and then now we got players that are making hundreds of millions and almost $1 billion, like Ronaldo. When like maybe if there's somebody like 50 years ago with even half the talent, they're barely scraping by. Like, it's crazy how much the world evolves. Like within a couple of decades, it changes tremendously.
For many prodigies of today who were scouted and signed
All because of the tech. That's all because of the technology, though.
early ages.
That's made the biggest
Until
difference.
he was 17 years old, after continuously training, that he would make it to his first trial for a professional club. Because thanks to
Damn, dude, it's built.
the owner and his part-time carpentry job, the young Mario Kempes would be connected to the youth coach of Instituto Atlético Central de Córdoba. And he would go on to impress the coaches with his goal-scoring instinct very quickly, scoring 2 goals in just 15
Wow.
minutes, with the scouts being so impressed that they didn't hesitate.
Damn, dude.
And And it was this moment that marked the beginning of
Ooh, wait, they had cameras like that? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Instituto Cordoba,
I mean, I guess, right? They had, I mean, right? They had cameras.
78 goals in 81 matches.
Damn.
Which would eventually earn him a promotion to the first team. Finally playing
Bro, I feel like that
the
field
very
looks
top against the most
kind of ugly.
elite
Like,
Argentinian footballers.
this field looks.
Where he would go on to
field
score
looks
11
bad.
goals in 13 appearances for the club.
11 getting moved up
Playing
quick.
the Argentinian Primera Division, which would eventually catch attention
Primera
from
Division.
another club, Rosario Central.
Dude,
There
for
he
the
signed for
wait, no,
now.
he said.
And at just 19 years old,
Hold on.
Mario Kempes
They said 70s. Wait, is this era? They said 70s and 80s. No, they said 60s and 70s, right? I'm making sure. I think that.
as the third
Because I'm about to
top
say, like, there's no way they had video this clear, like, in the 50s. Like, there's no way, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
scorer of the league. And back
But
then,
maybe, I mean, this looks kind of old,
had
so.
never been a young prodigy that was
Ooh,
scoring
header.
goals as often as Mario.
Okay,
Kempes.
goalie. Goalie's selling on that one.
Scored on the left
Goalie is
side
selling.
attack.
The goalie's selling.
One of the highest goal scorers in the world, with 107 goals in 123 official
107.
matches. And by 1975, Rosario Central had not only one of the
Damn, but
best
for that
scorers
time,
in
that's
Argentina,
crazy.
but in the entire world. In fact, he would go on to score
Damn,
4
double
goals
header?
in a single
My
match in
God.
4 separate matches
Oh.
in his final year for the Argentinian club.
Oh.
With the name Mario Kempes slowly making
Nice.
its way around the world. And by this time, Mario Kempes' move to European football was inevitable. Initially, Real Madrid had tried to bid for him.
Guys, has
However, there was another
Has European.
Argentinian-
Why doesn't that pause on after? Has European football always been, like, the top class of football? Or has it, like, transitioned? Like, was there other areas of the world that were, like, elite and then Europe took over? Or has Europe been, like, the number one, like, tier level of soccer, like, since then? Well, at least since the beginning of it. Let me know in the comments. Well, I kick space and it doesn't
Argentinian legend
start the video.
Alfredo Di
What's going on?
Stefano, who had already made history in absolute glory for the Spanish club. And of course, they would look to Mario Kempes as a possible successor. However, it would be Valencia that would eventually offer more money for the Argentinian striker.
How much money? I want to know how much
It was
money.
back then $500,000 for signing, and $500,000
Wow.
in
Is that good?
1976
That's a
was
lot.
an insane amount. But Kempes
I wonder
was
how much
worth
for
every
inflation.
penny. And
How much?
Valencia,
How much? How
Mario
much that
Kempes
is
would
with
pick up where he
inflation?
left off from Rosario
Like
Central,
current.
scoring goals for fun. Because in his first 2 seasons
Wow.
for the Spanish club, Kempes
He loves
won
those headers.
back-to-back Petition
He does a lot of, like,
trophies for
really
being the
close
top
ones.
goal scorer in La Liga, even going on to score 39 goals in 46 appearances. Being such a clinical
Dude, he's
and
keeping
deadly
that
striker
same
Valencia
pace.
fans would nickname him El Matador.
El
Or
Matador.
in English, the killer.
El
Because
Matador.
That's exactly what Mario Kempes was. He was infamous for scoring.
Bro, it's like
huge
it's like all his goals are
whether in
like
big matches or in the last final moments
really
of the
close to
game.
the goal.
Matador would
Except for that
somehow
one.
find a way to score.
Goalie, what are you
effectively
doing?
Killing the opposition's hopes. And more often than not, in many occasions, he would be scoring the only goal of the match as well. Because while Diego Maradona was
Good
just starting off
pass.
his career as a teenage sensation,
So
it
Maradona was
Mario
looking up to him.
Literally the 6 foot or 183 centimeter
Dang.
version of Maradona, dribbling through defenders with ease, and eventually
Maradona was
scoring
small,
more
dude.
career goals in his junior
Compared to
Maradona.
him.
And ironically enough, there's this famous saying by Diego Maradona that goes like this: "Once you are too tall at Argentina's academy, we already know you won't be a good footballer. We don't tell you because you will be hurt and it'll break your spirit." Most of these players who
Really?
are very tall are somewhat doing other professions. It's impossible for taller guys to practice close control at full speed. We believe in low gravity and
Really?
make it impossible to be stopped. If you are too tall, you better be very good, or we can try to play you as a goalkeeper or defender. Other countries, they prefer to have giants, only to score corners and play boring long balls. That's actually incredibly strange for Maradona.
Guys,
Mario Kempes was
is that still current? Is that still current? Is like are taller players considered worse compared to shorter players? Like I know that's probably like that was the mentality, but that's like old school mentality maybe, right? Like what's like the new school mentality? Like has that still proved to be like what is like the base understanding like throughout the whole world of like this is how it's supposed to be? Or like I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
pretty tall and doing the exact opposite. But perhaps Maradona didn't really like Kempes, as the 19-year-old rising
Really?
star would be left out of Argentina's 1978 World Cup squad.
A little rivalry?
Argentina manager Cesar Menotti describing Kempes' playing style, saying, "He's strong, has skill, creates space, and shoots hard. He's a player who can make a difference." And
Dude, I like how he starts and
Kempes,
stops.
He really was like a taller version of Maradona, with that close control and dribbling, just running through defenders and scoring.
Yeah, he
goals
handles the ball
easier
super well.
than
Like,
he did. Because in the 1978 World Cup, the first and only World Cup to be held in Argentina, Mario Kempes was the only foreign-based player in the Argentinian national team. In fact, some might say his origins are not even that of Argentina, as his mother's side had Italian roots and his father's family came from Germany. But anyways, conspiracies aside, Mario Kempes would absolutely dominate the 1978 World Cup.
Okay, 70s,
The
70s.
killer really living up to his nickname. As Mario
Disco,
Kempes
disco.
would go on to score a brace
Or before
against
disco.
Poland, even going on to pull a Luis Suarez by stopping a goal that would have gone
Oh,
in
wow.
using his hand.
Yo.
Which would, of course, give Poland a penalty, but they would unfortunately miss, giving Argentina a
Oh, wow.
2-0 win.
How do you guys feel about that?
Yes, even before Maradona's hand of God, Argentina had Mario Kempes doing the same thing.
Sheesh.
Going on to
They
the
taught that in the
semifinal,
academy.
Kempes would score another brace.
They taught that in the
this time
academy.
against Peru, once again giving them
Let's
a
go.
comfortable win and advancing
These
all the way.
these picks are fire.
But this
Why are they
time,
all in
the
short
Netherlands
shorts though, bro?
absolutely
Like,
stacked Netherlands squad.
what was up with
Legends
people
like
playing in
Wieskamp,
short shorts? Like,
Rezenbrink, Rep,
in all sports, like in basketball, they had short shorts. Like back in the 70s, like why did everybody have short shorts? Like, what was the why was that the fashion choice? Like why was that the choice back then? Like, I don't know. I'm glad that it's not like that anymore.
To destroy countries like Austria 5-1.
Do they still do it like that? I mean, I feel like I barely see people with short shorts like that.
It would be no other than Mario Kempes, who opened up the match.
Your legs
scoring
probably get
in
all
the
scratched
38th
up and
minute.
stuff.
And after a long-fought match, the Dutch would equalize in the 82nd minute. But of course, it would be no other than El Matador, who would score a game-crushing goal in the 150th
El Matador.
minute of the match. True to his name, the killer was scoring the most.
Oh my God.
Goals, absolutely crushing the Dutch at that very moment. Eventually going on to finally win, where Kempes would end the
So that was the
tournament with
first
6
ever World
goals
Cup.
as the top scorer and would be named the best player of the entire tournament, matching Garincha and De Rossi as the only players to ever win the World Cup, while being named the tournament's best player and a top goal scorer.
Wow.
Don't forget that Kempes was also the top scorer in Spain that season. This incredible year would name him the South American Footballer of the Year and the recipient of the 1978 Ons d'Or. Yes, Mario
Ons
Kempes
d'Or.
won all these accolades, probably having one of the best individual years.
What is Ons
in
d'Or?
footballing
Is Ons d'Or the same of Ballon d'Or? Is that the same thing, or is that like a different thing? I don't know.
history.
Founder.
And Kempes would return to Valencia after the tournament to only further continue his goal scoring, helping his club win a historic Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid, then the very following 1979-1980 season to dethrone the mighty Arsenal and win the UEFA's First Cup, then to end it all off winning the 1980 UEFA Super Cup against Nottingham Forest, eventually going on to score 125 goals in 187 appearances.
Dude, he was legit from beginning to the
And
end.
although Mario Kempes would only spend a total of 10 years in Spain, by the time the 1986 World Cup came around, which was the World Cup that Diego Maradona would win, Kempes was already
Nice.
33 years old and well past his prime. But regardless, throughout his career, he would score a total of 334 goals, outscoring the number of career goals his junior Diego Maradona would eventually score.
Wow.
So to everyone watching, let's not let his story be forgotten. And remember,
Shout out to Raymar. Raymar always has great soccer videos. I love watching his videos. We learned about him. I mean, we learned about this guy. He's the first one to do it. A lot of times people, they don't give respect to the OGs. Like, they don't give respect to the OGs of the sport. They think, oh, well, this dude, he played against plumbers. He played against carpenters. Like, and it's fair enough. Like, yeah, sure. They played against like people that were like, but the thing is that it was at their skill level. So if you're still the best of the people at your skill level, you still should be respected for your talent. And like, even if he's like, okay, he was Maradona before Maradona, and Maradona was Messi before Messi was made. So actually, I wonder who's the next Messi gonna be. I mean, hey man, there's a spot that needs to be filled when Messi finishes playing, and it's interesting to see who's gonna fill that. But I was super excited to watch this. I learned some more about especially Argentinian football history. Now I know that they have 3 World Cups, right? because Messi just won them one, and Maradona won the second one. So 3. And now I kind of get the history, and I remember I watched the video about the number 10 and the significance of number 10 in the Argentinian team. So super excited to keep learning. If you guys have any more videos you want me to check out, any players that you want me to check out or react to specifically, put it in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe for more. I'm going to be posting a lot more consistently. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Peace.